So I am going to invite Mr. Kundan Karan, please, sir.
So this was the slide prepared by SBU. I must thank that very artistically designed by the SBU, especially the team. The Industrial Revolution 4.0, definitely it is going to demand lot many things with the evolution, and my slides would show a little background history of the Industrial Revolution also, where how the Industrial Revolution has taken place. Uh, and in context of Industry Revolution 4.0, we understand that this technological breakthrough in practically all fields of human life to cover artificial intelligence, whether it is a robotics or the Internet of Things, autonomous vehicle, driverless vehicle, or the 3D printing or quantum computing and nanotechnology. So I'm just trying to show the audience whether what was the evolutionary stage of the Industrial Revolution from 1 to today at 4.0. So we can understand that every time there was a demand of the human talent or the redesigning your curriculum to grow the talent available human capital, whether it is 1.0 or 2.0 or 3.0 or today in context of fourth revolution, industrial revolution. Going by thereby, if you this is the just simplification of that first slide, second slide, and if we go by the widespread revolution adoption of Industrial Revolution 4.0, then I think it is going to benefit manufacturing industries in a variety of ways, like cost reduction, efficiency, value addition, then health and safety of the employees or the human capital working in the organization. The skill and talent issue, definitely it is going to be a major concern for the industry, because as my other co-panelists have said that there is a huge demand of human capital. However, there is a huge gap also, and how this industry for what all these constitute or the contain the trend of automation and data exchange in manufacturing technology, cyber physical system, Internet of Things, and cloud computing, cognitive computing, and it creates a smart factory based on the machine to machine or connect to machine, like, and can meet the needs of individual customers. So these are my thought process for the industrial revolution, which I thought I must share it. Now, what is the education? Going to next slide, if you can share to the next slide. There definitely industrial 4.0, how the implementation has taken place. These are the various steps which I am trying to, and this is the environment for increasing efficiency, globalization, shortage of resources, dynamization of product life cycles, and key success indicators: cost, quality, time, and flexibility. This is the basic demand or need of the hour of the organizations, where we need to reduce the cost, minimize the cost, improve the quality, not only in terms of the product, in terms of the services, be concerned with the timeline, and the flexibility in adopting the new methodology, new technology, or the new skills required. So these are the things. So why we are talking about we have a topic of curriculum redesigning, but what for? So there are certain needs for the industries. Learning orientation, analytical mindset we require. People should the students, the upcoming students, or the mid career people, my fellow colleague, then there has to be learning orientation on analytical mindset, which requires definitely a there is a big demand for this. Integration of data communication technology, data analytics, more or more emphasis is given on data analysis, and how the technology can enable us. So as an institution, what are all the supports we are providing to the students to make them more analytic, data analytic or data analyst? Solution orientation and problem solving. First session, one panel fellow colleague were asking about the problem solving attitude and aptitude. Both has to be there among the upcoming students. So as a faculty, as an institution, we need to have a problem solving mindset, dealing with the change and uncertainty, unstructured situation. Pandemic is the best example, or the recent example, or relevant example, how we are dealing with this uncertainty, where most of the people are working from home. Even for the manufacturing industries, most of the functions are working from the work from home. And how people are taking care of their business, take a business plan or their and people and team orientation, people centric and team orientation, team based approach need to be done. No individual can do everything. So there has to be people coming to the industry. That there should be a people centric innovation and creativity. Of course, innovation and creativity, my colleagues were telling that there is no more, there cannot be a separate department. How innovative I am in the present situation, how entrepreneurial orientation I have in line with my business, line with function, how I'm helping my financial health to improve the financial health. So all these needs are these are the needs of the organization. Social sensitivity and cross-culture orientations. A person has to be moved from one place to another place. One, there should not be any reservation or limitations. So one should be ready to this. Managing self-awareness, self-development, including wellness. So wellness of self as well as others is very much required for this for the need of the organization. And business orientation, of course, any multidisciplinary approach. If I am today I am working in HR function, tomorrow am I ready to go to the other function also? So my industry is giving me an opportunity by way of training or so. So I am having the multidisciplinary approach also. And the globalization, of course, nothing is now localized, everything has become the globalized. So I need to understand in terms of this what my people are doing. These are the needs for industry also in terms of human capital, right set of talent, digital leaders, essential skill sets, agility, definitely focus on people, traditional leadership, ability to automated systems. All these systems are there, but cross-functional expertise and soft skills. Here we need to understand, yes, what all we have. These are the right set of talent, means what talent we are requiring. So going for the campus review and everything, we are not going for asking any subject matter, whether mindset to accept the situation or not. Benefits to the industry under 40 by having such things: cost reduction, efficiency, value addition, as I said, health, safety to factory workers, the skill and talent issues, workforce skill gap. So these are the basically now education and fourth revolution, industrial revolution. Now go to next slide, sir. So now the hand in hand with what is education? Education can from anytime, anywhere. It's a personalized education. It's maybe a flexible delivery. Any peers and mentors through education, I can get education. Why and where not? And the practical application also, as well as the modular as the projects. If I am given projects, then I have to do the project. A student ownership. I need to understand that what these are my job, these are my processes. I need to own it. Well, I have to contribute it and evaluate, not examine. Whether I am adding to the business result, whether I am adding to the performance improvement, efficiency improvement, not rating. So what are the drivers? So drivers of education, as I said, that future skill is definitely a driver. One is the then 100-year life, that agility has to be there, always agile, always in terms of learning mode. Millennial mindset, everything should be on the tip, toe and tip. Nothing can be. I can wait for a long time. Digital networks and devices, which is basically the requirement of IR 40. And then personal data, all the data are on the again personalized, and the collaboration platform is, yes, definitely. What are the technology interventions where I can collaborate with those? And the talent investment, whether people are getting ample opportunity to train, to update the knowledge, to enhance the knowledge, whether I'm not. These are the drivers of the shared content and the resources and the social progress, how my business or how the industry is impacting the business. So the industrial revolution, as the industrial revolution has taken place, educational revolution has also placed limited to a few education: university 1, university 2, university 3, that, and university 4, that is basically all the IoT or cloud computing and everything, cognitive computing, everything. So these are next slide, please. So academia as an institution, coming to the main topic of this session, second session, enhance the quality of teachers and modernize learning infrastructures. We are facing really problem when students are moving to the industry for their curriculum for the 6 weeks or 8 weeks or 2 months, the summer training or vocational training. Really, how much they are learning, but the quality of teachers, the teacher has to ensure that yes, they are going to the industry, they are learning the things. So the teacher need to understand the industry, which industry they are going to, what are the core processes, how many students are going to. So prior to so early in our days, there was system also that teachers were also visiting the in industry. Nowadays, many other some institutions are practicing it, but not many institutions are not practicing. They simply send the letter to industry and they send the students. So understand the core process of the industry. Accordingly, if something can be simulation and everything, simulator and everything can be created in the organization, understand the thing in a better way so that people can understand it. Multidisciplinary approach pedagogy, you have to we have to revisit the pedagogy, faculty as a coach, as a mentor, not only that just coming to the class and teaching the notes and everything. Developing and testing the courses. Testing it means how my this core curriculum has proved the students, how my this curriculum has helped to the students or the industry as well. Now, tracking engagement and measuring results, how many people are going to get engaged, whether they have been given project, how they are doing the projects and everything, how they are measuring the results, they are learning in the learning aspects as well as in the wherever they are going to industry to learn the things, they are adding value to this, they are proposing something, certain improvement plan also, and practice orientation. Once they come back from the industry, they should share that info. Developing a future mindset, definitely what are the requirements, like digitalization, that is a very everything we need of our sitting at home and addressing a large audience. So this is the part of the future mindset. If I am not able to integrate and everything, then definitely then I won't survive. Then managing self, including wellness and everything. So set your goal, a smart goal, everything. Decide your goal and discuss with your superiors. Innovation and creativity, definitely it is a demand of our entrepreneurial orientation and dealing with uncertainty, problem solving and solutioning. What are the uncertain situations can be happen? And now the future oriented challenges. If I do not change myself, or if I change myself, what will be the challenges? If I do not, then what will be my challenges? So the students as a global testing, according to the requirement of the industry, according to the requirement of not only the local industries as well as the global industries. So certain accreditation and everything is done, and social responsibility, how I am going to help my industry or my institute is going to help the society at large. So these are the things where I thought I should share.
Thank you very much.
So these are my thoughts process. Anything?
Can I stop the presentation, sir?
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Kundan Karan. Thank you very much. You have given lots of information regarding the course curriculum redesigning aspects. So thank you all the experts